Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Kelvin Taylor gets apology from South Africa. Woo! For some time now, Kelvin Taylor has been firing some South Africans in fiery rants. And he has been able to grab the attention of the whole world. I love this guy. We share the same birthday. We probably have the same spirit. This is Kelvin Taylor. Yes. He went to Wright Media Institute in Bantama to study journalism and broadcasting. Then he honed his career by going all the way to the GIJ, Ghana Institute of Journalism. Right after that, he worked with some radio stations in Kumasi, including Solid FM and what have you. He reported on so many different critical things in Ghana and beyond. He sojourned in South Africa and some other countries before he ended up in the United States of America, where he's married to an American woman. They have 2 children. Do we have a dossier on this man? The dossier is here. Now, Kelvin Bedu Eko Taylor has 2 children, and he's the boss of the Loud Silence Media. And in there, he has, with all due respect, he gained popularity almost 10 years ago when the Loud Silence Media started podcasting and hitting hard on issues that were so close to the jugular vein of controversy in Ghana. For the first time, Ghanaians got to know him and they started to follow him earnestly, because the media in Ghana will shy away from some of the controversies and just remain cordially formal. I'm using my terms carefully. Cordially formal. But he would hit hard. Slaughter who was supposed to be slaughtered. My brother, my sister. Whoever had to have his ox gnawed. It happened. This is Kelvin Taylor. Whoever must have his ox gored, my brother, my sister, suffered that tragedy. Whilst he continued to ride high. He was taken to the courts in America on one very big occasion, when Kennedy Japan felt that he had not been dealt with justifiably. And when they got to court, he came out with flying colors. He won the case. My brother, my sister, from that time, he has expanded his horizon. His association with the NDC has also given him a lot of mileage. From when the party was in opposition, he worked quite hard to be one of those that helped the party to come into prominence again, especially John Dramani Mahama. He's an official member of the NPP, the party in opposition, but he started hitting them hard, even when they were in the incumbency. This is Kelvin Bedu Eko Taylor, a father of 2. My brother, my sister. Well, he's somebody who cannot pretend, just like me. My brother, my sister, he spoke on the South African issue. And he got a response. Let's listen to what he said. Then we'll return and take the response and we'll hit you hard. Watch this.
What you don't want South Africans to go through in other countries, don't ever wish it for anybody in that your country. The stupidity of these South Africans, they want to pretend and act as if we are all stupid. If you decide to retaliate, do you think your people will survive? Because you are lazy, you don't travel. Because you are lazy, you don't want to learn. Because you are lazy, you don't want to open your horizon to understand how the world works. Most of you are foolish. I have lived among you people, and you live like dogs in small sheds. These Africans coming to South Africa are the people who basically brought civilization to you black South Africans. The Nigerians, the Ghanaians, the Mozambicans, the Zimbabweans, people from other parts of Africa, they brought civilization to you people. You sit in South Africa and these whites treat you like antelopes. And you come and tell us Ubuntu. Fuck the Ubuntu. You have no intelligence to lead any black South African. You think this is politics as usual? You think this is what you can use to win political points? We are talking about a government that is empowering foolish people to go after their fellow Africans. Nelson Mandela came to Ghana begging like a child because he needed money to go fight for an election for the ANC to win power. For you black South Africans to be seen as humans, not to be shot at like dogs. Today you want to prove that you are intelligent than anybody. We are the ones who made you who you are today. The liberty and freedom and that thing you are enjoying in South Africa was because of us. Because if Mandela had not won that election, you dogs would be in the plantations working like dogs. You need to reason up. This is 2026, nigga. You cannot pretend and you people acting like we don't know what is going on in there. The foolishness is getting out of hand. Sit down and analyze issues. Don't politicize matters. Let your government know they have failed Africa. The foolishness of an African.
This is Kelvin Taylor. I apologize for the expletives and all that. But we needed to hear what the South African gentleman by name, King Zinle, or is it King Zyle? Is Z-Y-L-E. And his king is spelled K-Y-N-G. This is a handsome South African with 6 packs. Shirtless. My brother, my sister. He is a media person, a content creator. That's who he is. He's not an actor. He's not a musician. He's a content creator. He only rose into prominence in these xenophobic affairs. But he is one of those actually talking to some of the South Africans to slow down on the manner in which they are chasing people on the street and beating them up. He's one of the mild ones, even though all of them can be lumped up as xenophobes. You know, when there are killers, there are some that are not bloodthirsty. There are some that are blood, they are slaughtering you and they are laughing. Shagedamboroba, they throw you away. These ones are those that choke you and run back, and come back. There are 2 different types of killers. The bloodthirsty ones, anyway, all die be die. He responded. What did King Zinle or King Zyle say? Watch this.
Kelvin Taylor, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Do you hear me? I want you to listen to me very, very, very carefully. You never, ever in your life sit on your stupid podcast and swear at my people like that. Do you hear me? Never, ever, no matter how excited you are, no matter how much fame you want in this world, you never, ever sit on a podcast and swear at people who did not swear at you or your people. Do not do that. Do not do that, because now you are going to have a problem with us. The kind of shit that you're speaking right now on your podcast. Now, when South Africans react the way that they want to react to your people, because you think you're smart, you don't even stay in Ghana. You don't even stay in Ghana, but you are here as a Ghanaian who stays in America, a very, very, very rotten country. You are here speaking shit, speaking nonsense. The government of Ghana reacted the way they reacted, but they never swore at my people because they understand what's happening. So never, ever, ever, ever in your life think that you're smart. You understand me? Never think that you're smart. South Africa is still recovering from apartheid. Of course, when their streets are overpopulated by people who run away from their countries because they don't want to build their own countries and they come here, you are telling us that they want to come here and help us build our economy. Why can't they stay in their own countries and build their own economy there? Why can't they do that? Ghana has been independent for 69 years, but you still look like a shithole. Even today, it looks like a shithole. It looks like you are still 100 years back. But you want to come here and talk shit on Master Poos. Musuno Mao. Oh, I told you very much. We will look for you and come and find you and show you that you are nothing. You are nothing. Don't ever in your life speak to my people like that. There are people like us, people like Malema, who every day we do our best to reprimand our own people. We are here for that. We are the ones who are allowed to speak to our people like that. You are not allowed to speak to us like that. To speak to my people like that. You do not speak to them like that because they did not disrespect you. They have not killed anyone. They have not beaten anyone. They asked your government to come and fetch their people nicely. And that's what they did. When you are here still talking shit, you're talking nonsense. Think that you know everything. You are Kelvin Taylor. You son of a bitch. Don't ever. If you don't have anything to talk about on that stupid podcast of yours, ask us. We will give you content for you to talk about. Do not become disrespectful to people who have not disrespected you. Show some respect. Fucking useless idiot.
I don't know. I've never used those words in my life. Never. The F word. Never. It sounds so heavy in my mouth. And it surprises me how some people feel so comfortable using those words. You know? But yes, we are different breeds, so it's okay. We had the last words that he used. He says, we are the only people allowed to speak to our people the way you are speaking to them, not you. And I agree with him in one way or the other. When an Akan man is insulting fellow Akans, they take it easier than when another ethnic group is doing it. You understand? When a black man is chastising his own black people, we take it. But when a white man says a quarter of what this black man is saying to black people, there is war. That's how far I understand it. But my brother, he showed some roads in Ghana. Some road, in fact, one road in the capital, he says, which is bad. After 69 years of independence, this is what we have. The interesting thing is that I've been to Soweto, and we have equally some of these roads there. And sharks all over the place. I joined the Shembe in their worship when I arrived in South Africa. They are on the hills of Soweto. You know, I went to Soweto, and then I saw the Shembe all wearing white and barefooted and praying on the hills. And I went there. And then I said I wanted to, join them. They didn't want it at first. They said I could stay a little far and join. My brother, my sister, this is King Kyle. King Zinle, I beg your pardon. King Zinle or King Zyle. Kelvin Taylor came back with a response. What exactly did he say? Watch this.
So this is a response from a South African to my harsh criticism to their stupid xenophobic actions. And if you take your time to listen to this Blacksum, you know who a Blacksum is? A rascal. That's how the white South Africans call them. They sometimes call them deuce. This black deuce is a black idiot. Ita, let me tell you something. You are the most dumbest fool I've ever seen. First of all, go get a shirt. You look like a dirty gay guy who is trying to entice some riffraff ladies on the street to feel you're masculine. You look dirty. Go get a shirt and wear. This is 2026. Blacksum. You are just a rotten fool. You are dumb. Let me tell you something. Nobody, no African ran from their country to your country. In fact, let me tell you, all the Africans who are in South Africa, they paid for a flight to get into your country. And that amount of money they paid, 90% of you Blacksums, you deuces, you good for nothing, dirty, lazy fools who live on alcohol and sex and robbing people, none of you can afford that amount of money. So Get it right. Nobody walked to your country. Every single African, even your fellow Zimbabweans, who you treat like animals, who have worked their asses off to keep your country alive, your brothers and sisters in Zimbabwe, you treat like animals. None of you fools, lazy fools, can compare yourself to them. Because even the Zimbabweans, who are your next door neighbors, they come in and work hard to make a living. Whilst fools like you, shirtless gay fools like you, walk in South Africa and act like a Jumas. You know a Jumas? You are if I'm going to say a Jumas like you. You a Blexum, a rascal like you. Lazy fool. You have no idea. Your horizon is bleak. This is fucking 2026. You have this, I don't know whether it's a raccoon feather or it is a squirrel feather sitting on your head like a dwarf talking nonsense. My name is Kelvin, not Kevin. It's Kelvin. Now let me tell you something. You see, when you were speaking, you were saying that South Africa is a country that is recovering from apartheid. It means you know what is right. What is apartheid? Apartheid is when you people, your grandfathers and fools like you, were treated like animals and slaves on your own land or in your own land. That is the apartheid. People like us felt bad for you when Nelson Mandela was crawling around Africa asking for crumbs to come and save fools like you, your grandfathers and your mothers. Why didn't Nelson Mandela stay in South Africa for lazy people like you to work and donate money for you people to contest in the name of ANC? You are stupid. You are very bleak. You are very ignorant. Oh, South Africa is recovering from apartheid. So who should be your enemy? It is the white man who has the plantation, who calls you guys dues. They call you people Blixum. They call you people cack shit. They call you Bavians, and which means baboons. Those are the people who are supposed to be your enemies, not your fellow African man with a black skin like you, cockroach. You are recovering from apartheid and you still don't know your enemy? You are recovering from apartheid. At least Ghana has been free for 69 years. I saw you show some videos when you were talking. Put some pictures of some bad roads in Ghana. We understand. We are not super developed. We are doing our best to develop. But what about you? The first time the ANC came into office, what has the ANC, the black party, done for you? A shirtless fool like you. You are a basic Bavian. You are a Bavian. You are a raccoon. You have no idea of what you are talking about. If you know South Africa is recovering from apartheid, then you should know what to do. Then you should know your enemy. Then the black African can never be your enemy. Nobody ran from their country to come to your country. There are people living in your country from other parts of Africa who are instilling knowledge in fools like you, black fools like you, who don't want to learn. Open your horizon. Understand how the world works. Have you even traveled before? All that you live on is some dirty pussy and some pap and some vorse. And that is all. You rob people of their properties. Every year you make South Africa, you have only two kinds of weather. You have winter, you have robbery day and
well, so this is Kelvin Taylor. He's responded. Brazen response, full of expletives, and the energy is high. King Zinle or King Zinle came back. And this time round, he was ready for more action. What did he say? Watch this.
Kelvin Taylor. Kelvin Taylor. Good evening. Good evening. You know, it's been a busy day. I had a busy day. So I made a video in the morning where I was actually explaining to the people of Ghana my stance, why I had chose to respond like that. I did not know that you had responded. So now when I went through the comments on that video, I saw that a lot of people are saying that you actually responded. So I looked for the video and I found it. I finally found it. So right now, this is my response to you, because on the previous video, I was actually explaining to people from Ghana who love me. People from Ghana who love me. Because there's no one from South Africa who knows you. Nobody knew you until I spoke about you. You understand? So, but because I'm powerful, people from Ghana already knew about me. They already loved me. And they still love me even now. So I hear you on your video, you're calling me a shirtless gay fool. Well, I'm a shirtless, sexy, young, rich, intelligent young boy. That's what I am. Look at me and look at you. I did not come here to insult the people of Ghana the way you were insulting my people on your video. No, I did not come here to do that, because I understand why people from Ghana ran away from Ghana and they came to my country looking for a better life. Do you understand? I understand that. So I did not come here to swear at them. I did not come here to try and educate them about Africa, because I know they already know why they come here. You are saying there are not people who run away from Ghana to come here. Well, a lot of your people are here. A lot of them are here. They have saloons in my country. They have spaza shops in my country. A lot of them are here. If your country was so rich, as you say, if your country was so developed, as you say, people would stay in your country. A lot of South Africans, it's only a few South Africans who leave South Africa and go to other countries. And that is your people who occupy high positions only. You'll never find a South African in an African country cutting hair or owning a saloon. No, they don't do that. They occupy really, really high positions. But as I said, I did not come here to insult the people of Ghana, because I love the people of Ghana and they love me as well. Now I'm responding to you. Look at me and look at you when you are calling me a gay, shirtless fool. Bro, do you think that if I could show up in front of your baby mama or whoever, who do you think she would pick? You look like a baboon. Look at yourself. How dark you are. How black you are. Look at you and look at me. And you want to call me a squirrel or whatever. You want to say I'm uninformed. Ask the people of Ghana. They know about me. They know what my stance. They know what I know. There's nothing that you can teach me, bro. There's nothing that you can actually teach me about Africa. I know everything. I don't have to travel outside of the country to know what I know. Everybody comes to South Africa. Everybody wants to come here. So why should I go out to them while they are coming here? South Africa is the richest country in Africa. We are the most beautiful country in Africa. That's why everyone wants to come here. And they want to come here and tell us how we must live in our country. Yes, South Africa is still recovering from apartheid. Yes, we are still recovering. That is why we do not need overcrowded places. That is why we are saying we need people who are only legal here in this country. I understand how they did the whole thing, the way they addressed the whole thing. It was wrong. I understand that. It was very wrong. That's why I'm one person who tells them each and every day that whatever they're doing is foolish. Whatever they're doing is stupid. Yes, we know our enemy. We know our enemy very well. So when I think that you don't know me, you don't know who you are talking to right now, you are speaking to me as if you are speaking to the old people of South Africa. I'm not the old people. I'm the new generation who knows that there's no white person who can tell me shit, who can come to my face and call me or whatever you say they are calling us. There's a new generation that's rising in South Africa. And this generation does not take shit from the white man. A white man can never call me whatever you say you can call me, because they respect me. I eat in the same. I'm living next door to a white man right now, where I stay. I'm staying next to a white man right now. And they respect me because they know my knowledge. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, there are people who are still really damaged by apartheid, who are still trying to develop. And you know that we cannot all grow mentally in the same pace. There are other people who grow faster than other people. So the people who have been in power in our country, they're the people who don't really care about us. They're the people who don't really care about our future. That is why we are working very hard to remove them. But those people are mafias. So what do you want us to do? You want us to act like the old people and go out in the streets and start saying that we want to kill all the people who are in government so that we can remove them? No, we want to use our intelligence to do that. And we need time to do that. So we do not need people like you right now who will come and insult us while we are busy trying to fix our wrongs. As I said, I know the wrong things that the people of South Africa have been doing to everyone from all over Africa. I know that. That is why I've been that voice. I will keep on saying, ask your people about me. They know you. But if I can ask my people about you, my South Africans about you, nobody knows you. Nobody knows you here. Me, everybody knows me. You understand? So I think you are really talking to the wrong person right now. saying that I have something that looks like a raccoon on my head. Bro, this is tradition. This is my tradition. I'm proud of myself. What are you wearing? You are wearing clothes that were made by a white man. My people, my ancestors, I know my ancestors. I know how they used to live. They used to live shirtless with these things on their head. So I am very proud of who I am. I can never go around trying to do flex on other people with wearing clothes that were made by a white man. Come on, Kevin Taylor. Come on, Kevin Taylor. And don't tell me that I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to put words together. This is how I speak. I don't care. This is English, bro. This is not my mother tongue. This is not my mother tongue. So I don't give a fuck how I say these words. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck how you look at me. To me, you are also speaking funny.
His name is King Zinle or King Zyle. Z-Y-L-E. He's a content creator. He's quite popular. He's known for his fiery rhetorics and rants in the South African media. He's almost like Malema, or he is walking in the stead of Malema. This is him. We heard what he said. Two things I picked up from this. This one says you are a shirtless gay fool. The other one says you are wearing the white man's clothes. I am proud of my culture. This other person says, look how ugly you are. You are dark and I am light. So the two are not really talking Pan-Africanism. Why would an African refer to another African as dark? That you are dark. Are Africans white? And Kelvin says, you wear that thing on your head. Whether it's the hair of a raccoon or what, we don't know. Of course, we have a lot of respect for culture. I wouldn't say that. And he was right when he said, this was what my ancestors used to do and to look like. But of course, when you get people angry, they throw things at you. And when they sit back in the calm of the night, they realize that they have outstepped. He says, I am proud of this. But you wear the white man's clothes and you are flexing in that. But the same person who's talking Pan-Africanism is now saying that somebody is dark. So the two of them really need to come together on the Pan-African table and pick up a few words. But this guy is torn between the rowdiness of his people and commonsensicalness. In fact, we are looking at realism. Now he doesn't want to really come out and say, hey, my people, stop the nonsense, leave the people. Because that is the populist propaganda that is going on right now. You either be part of it or you stay alone. Do you understand some of those situations where the popular thing is that let's kill Jesus Christ and free Barabbas? Everyone says Barabbas, Barabbas. If you stand for Jesus, you stand alone. Not many people are bold enough to stand alone. That is where this brother is right now. I have a lot of respect for him, but you have to be who you are. If you are fiery, stand by the truth. Now, Kelvin is standing by what he believes in. You are a little shaky, wavy. I understand the thing about the traditional thing, the hair, you made a lot of sense, you know, and the shirt and all that. But dark. How many South Africans are light like you? How many? Go to the streets of Soweto. There are South Africans who are darker than me. I am proud to be dark because that is who I am. A lot of South Africans bleach. Nigerians bleach. That's what is called the Willie Lynch syndrome. Every Pan-Africanist knows that. You want to bleach and look like the white man. You want your nose to be pointed like the white man. You want to speak like the white man. No. Ubuntu, the spirit of Ubuntu does not allow that. Well, the brother went back, drank a bit of Wunkom Morte, and then I love him. He came back with an apology. And he explained why he went hard at Kelvin Taylor. He said, our people were getting ready to take arms against the Ghanaians. But somebody needed to respond so that they will say, yes, we have also responded to calm down the net. I understand that in a certain sense. But he started off by apologizing subtly. The word is subtly. Let's watch him as we close. Watch this.
My people from Ghana, all of you who follow me each and every day, all of you who listen to me, who trust my word each and every day. I made a video yesterday responding to Kelvin Taylor. On that video, I was very harsh. The very same way he was very harsh to South Africans. You know me, people from Ghana, that ever since this nonsense started, I have not been supporting any wrongdoings that have been committed towards African people here in South Africa. So one thing that Kelvin Taylor did not understand, because I see a lot of you are offended. You think right now I'm actually supporting what's happening. Now you think I've started supporting everything. So let me tell you something. People from South Africa are not mad at Africans. They are not mad at illegal immigrants or whatever they are trying to say. They are mad at the government. So the people that are close to them is not the government. Because the government, most of them, not even most of them, all of them, the people who are part of the government, they stay in the suburbs. The people who are close to them are the Africans who own your saloons, who own your barber shops, who own your spaza shops, your tuck shops in the hood or in the ghetto. Those are the people who they are close to. Those are the people that they actually take out their anger on. So Kelvin Taylor did not read the room, because when the government of Ghana responded by saying they will not automatically renew a mining lease for gold fields, that was a very powerful message, strong enough to make the government budge so that the government can do something. So Kelvin Taylor, what he did, it was a wrong move, because his words, he is a very powerful voice. I understand who he is to you people. He's a very powerful voice. His voice was going to incite violence, was going to incite even more violence. Someone had to stand up. And me, being someone who has been opposing everything that these South African people have been doing to other Africans, when I stand up and put him into order or reprimand him, I am actually calming the people down. Because whatever he was saying, people were going to get killed here in South Africa. Because now the people are going to say, you see now, they're even swearing at us now. This is what they're saying. And Kelvin Taylor, he's in a very comfortable area right now where he is. He is not here on the ground. There are people from Ghana who are still here in South Africa who are going to face the wrath of his stupid or his whatever he was trying to do. So tell him, or I'm telling you guys now, you guys from Ghana, I love you guys, you know that. But someone had to stand up and stand up for South Africans, because I understand what is going on.
Someone had to stand up for South Africans. I thought he made a point. But if you are mad at the government, you don't go after the people who are not part of the government. But I know what he's talking about. They are looking for scapegoats in a certain sense. He says the Africans are those who are close to the government people, because they patronize their salons and so on and so forth. So when we attack them, we are indirectly attacking the government people. In the sense of war, it might make sense. But in the spirit of Ubuntu, in his own words, this is nonsense. He was quite subtle this time, very cool, and he just fell short of apologizing to the whole of Ghana and to Kelvin Taylor, that he actually spoke harshly, and he did it in order to calm down the nerves, because people, his own people, were getting ready to attack. And they do realize that he no longer was wearing the the thing around the head, and he was no longer bare-chested. He was wearing the white man's clothes and a cap on top. The gentleman needs mentoring from people like us. You can't speak about one thing and negate it the next moment. You are proud of your Zulu ancestry. You are telling somebody that he's flexing in the white man's clothing. The next moment, you are wearing something that is even worse than what this person is wearing. Why not this? Or something close to this.
I know why.
You see what he was wearing? A whole jacket with a hat on. My brother, he needs a bit of mentoring. And I think that he would be a great guy if he humbles and he decides to call a spade and not be a populist propagandist. To Kelvin Taylor, he might have used a lot of harsh language, a lot of expletives, but I think that some of this anger is needed. Yes, Kelvin Taylor, much as some people might loathe him and say, oh, he was harsh, he used insults, he used expletives. My brother, they say when persuasion fails, force may have to be applied. I don't subscribe to force and violence, but some of these moves would make people reasonable to come to the discussion table. Yes. And I believe this is where we are now. Remember when the Ghana consular to South Africa said, he said, when Ghanaians start to throw back the insults, we can't control them. Remember what Kanayo said. When Nigerians start, nobody can stop them. That is where we don't want to go to. Because if we start targeting South Africans, the spirit of Ubuntu is dead. That is what the colonialist white man is looking for black people to, break their ranks apart. We have done so well with the OAU. Now is the AU. All of a sudden, the South African xenophobic attacks will draw Africa back into apartheid. That's what we are fighting against. He said that South Africa is the richest country. Yes, in terms of the GDP, yes, in Africa. But it's not the richest. Seychelles is there. When it comes to the economy, Nigeria and South Africa are competing. Mauritius is also in the picture. Okay? So that is the history. South Africa is not the richest country in Africa. How do you measure riches? The amount of gold, Ghana is top. South Africa comes second. The GDP, South Africa, Ghana, I beg your pardon, South Africa, Nigeria are competing when it comes to the economy. Okay? Yes, that is what it is. Let the facts be laid straight. Thanks so much, King Zinle or King Zinle. It looks like you are coming to the table. Talk to your people once you also have a powerful voice. Or else, an escalation would only draw us back into the world of apartheid. And nobody's interested in that. To Kelvin Taylor, yes, it might not be the best method, but it will fetch results the way results are being fetched. They say any which way, freedom must come.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.